So we are recording live, grade 10. From space. Yeah. Oh, wait. Where is it? Because I am a 2-year-old. I can now. This is a cow. Yeah, maybe not professional. I kind of like it. There we go. All right. So here we go. This is what I would suggest. If I was doing this stuff, I would be writing on here. If I need to remove common factors, okay, that's step number 1. I'm having a bad day. I don't even remember what that means. What does it mean to remove common factors? What are you going to do first, Shelby? All right. Then what? Nope. I'm still figuring out. I've treed out my things. Find my greatest common factor. So I treat out. Then what? Somebody else. No. Nope.
You write it out? I don't know how to explain it. You'll tree it out. You'll write it.
Write it out with the variables. Okay, this is what happens when it all becomes one word. And then, so I've got them one on top of another with the variables, and then I need to, this is what I'm trying to get you to say. Circle. Circle common factors.
You expect me to write that time?
Yep.
That word yours?
$14.95.
That's the way to do it, Joanne.
That's right. Monetize. I had all my teacher friends going, you should just charge to watch your videos. And I'm like, yeah, no.
If you weren't Canadian, you could be making money off our views.
I have a feeling that SIIT may frown upon me using their technology. Oh, and this is all recorded. How lovely. Okay, so we circle our common factors and then you divide by
By the greatest common factor.
greatest common factor. So then you're going to get greatest common factor. And what goes in the brackets? The what? Leftovers. There you go. You'll notice I kindly left you a blank back page. And I have spares. So if we do this and you go, this sucks.
I already want to know.
You already want a new one?
Well, I didn't know that this is for and I was going to go back.
No, that's fine. But yes, I have spares. And if you need to make more, you do.
Okay, target people.
I'm still in prototype. Okay, you are going to do that question. You're going to make it all squishy and you're going to make it fit on your sheet.
I do it on my old sheet.
Yes, you can do whatever you want.
That's it, 65, yeah?
Yep,
X squared y to the 8.
yep. Minus 60, x5, y4. Because I realized I don't want big numbers. And I may regret this after, that I'm writing this big or I'm putting this on the back. Because I mean, if you're solid on doing greatest common factors, yes. Because you want to be able to look at it and go, okay, I don't understand what those rules say, but now that I see my example, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand when you were talking like what should we do next, and it's because I don't do that anymore.
Mm,
Like, I'm okay with greatest common factor, so I don't do the shift and fit, so I'm like, what is this
practice.
right?
Yep. You go, girl. But always remember, if it goes south and you can't remember how to do something, you can always go back to these. All right, so we are treeing stuff out.
We're both divisible by 5.
So greatest common factor is 5.
I don't know. Well, I do, because I can look at it and realize it, but I want you to treat it anyway. So that you can see what it's supposed to look like, so that when I give you some ridiculous answers.
And we treat up by the last number, right?
Nope, I want you to do both.
Okay.
We're doing greatest common factor. When you do that, you treat out all the stuff. I like your style. He's like, I'm doing it in my book. Maybe copy stuff in, maybe not. I don't know. It's gonna go.
Whether you want to or not.
X5, Y2.
Oh, where's that one book that I don't even want to get common factors?
5 times 13.
Oh.
I'm already looking at this going, I'm writing way too big to make it happen, but that's okay. This may or may not help you if you have a brain fart somewhere else where you're trying to remember how to multiply stuff. So I've treed them out. Now I've written them one over top of another so I can find my greatest common factor. So 5 is the only number. How many X's? 2 of them. And how many Y's? Nice. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then my greatest common factor is 5x squared y4. So it is the, how do we describe the number? Oh, I can't really do that. It's just a reminder, it's the biggest number that divides evenly into everything and the smallest exponent that's found in everything. Right, that's why it's an exponent of x to the 5 and x squared. That's why it's the x squared is my greatest common factor. And then we've got y8 and y4. 4 is smaller, so I can double check. I'm sorry. This is just getting to be messy. But I'm gonna do it. So then we divide 65 divided by 5 is 13. And then my x squareds are going to cancel out. And I'm going to get y4 minus 12 x2. That's it. Oh, x3. Yeah. I wasn't counting. He's squishy. He's right there. I missed him. There's 2 there and there's a squishy one. So remember that this is the leftovers from what doesn't get circled up there. You know this, but you need to know it in your heart. You need to be bored with it so that when you look at the exam, you're like, "Cha, really? That's all she's got?" So there is my greatest common factor thing. Check. Now, that's what's on my page. Draw 2 sets of brackets. Yeah, okay. The square root of the first term in each of the first spots goes, yeah. So if I have n squared, what goes in the first spots in my brackets? N. Very good. Okay, do I have to be clever? Yep. Y squared, gee whiz, what goes in the front spots? Nice. Sarcasm, I love it. Yeah. I know, but what are we gonna do when we get the new students? You're all gonna have to behave. That is so mean. All right, I'll play your game, Stacy. X to the 6th.
X to the 3rd.
No.
Let's do a second.
X cubed.
Oh, you're right the first time. So much for trying to be sneaky. So in other words, you take that exponent and divide it in half. There you go. Everybody happy? Who needs a balloon? What? Oh, wait, maybe. Ooh.
Now I'm looking at it and I've got a drink.
Patience. There, better. Come sit closer, you're so far away.
Right?
Angel's nice. You can come sit on the other side of that table. It's your happy spot. I know. I completely understand that. I was traumatized when Ross Hannett sat in my bus on the school bus, sat in my seat. I cried. I told him to go away and he said no. And his dad drove the bus, so I was really out of luck. Oh, and this is recorded too. Okay, so we're gonna flip over because step 4, I know you guys all do, but it's this one that gets screwy. This one definitely gets messed up. That whole second sign thing. So this is part 2 of my inspiration today. How small can I write? No, it's not gonna work. We'll start with those 2. Put in your brackety bits. That's easy. That is steps 1 through 4. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Shelby. Jacob.
Yeah.
All right, so the rule says, look at the second sign. Okay, so that's first sign, second sign. If it is positive, the 2 signs in the brackets are the same. There we go. Same. 2 negatives make a positive. Whereas over here, it's a positive, so they're gonna be the same, so they're gonna be two positives. I don't care about the back numbers right now. Okay. Do not trust that this one is gonna come down, because about half the time it does, and the other half it doesn't. And I don't like rules that only work on Tuesdays after 1:30. Now, underneath, you're gonna put x squared minus 8x minus 20. And x squared plus 8x minus 20. Brackety bits. Brackety bits. And you're gonna fill in what we put in those brackets. I will make more of these and you can recopy them or pay Ryan. Yes, here, take these 4 pages of notes I took and put it on the back of this quarter sheet. Kyla could do it. There you go.
I'll make sure we don't forget the next event.
Okay, so what do we do? Kyle, what am I gonna do first? Okay, X, 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 X. Jacob,
You pick your first sign down.
how about over here?
Positive.
Good man. Now, Angel, you got the tough one. What is my other sign gonna be in here? Nope. Right, and I have a negative up here. So I'm gonna need a positive there. So the rule says, this is rule number 5. If it's a negative, if the back sign is negative, the 2 signs in the brackets are different. Oh, Joanne, why are you making do this? Okay. Boom, don't even copy that down, but check it out. You're having a brain fart, signs drive you nuts. You can go, it's a negative and then a plus. You look at your sheet, you go, there it is. There's a negative and a plus. My signs are both negative. You can compare every one of these that you get. Okay, there we go. 6x squared minus 25 minus 22. Where's the 2 negatives? Oh, there it is. We're gonna have a negative and a plus. Oh, it didn't work because it disappeared on me, but you get it. There we go. So there's no reason for you to mess up your signs. On back. Or if you have the teeny tiny writing skills, you might be able to make it squishy in there. I don't know. All right. Find the factors of the last trinomial, the constant. X squared plus 6x minus 20. Which one is my constant?
Which one is the last term of the trinomial?
Negative 20. Okay, so I'm gonna do this because I don't want to have a brain fart. That's what I'm talking about. Don't have to do the middle one. Won't get you anywhere. Okay, now when we say find the factors, Shelby, what does, oh, Nina, I'm gonna pick on Nina. Nina, what does that mean? Yeah, what do I draw? Yes. Because if you're not careful I don't know, but when I'm stressed, I get stupid. So I'm thinking if it says find my factors, I might try to tree it out again, and that's just gonna confuse you. So this part, when it says you factor pairs, this is what I'm doing. And now I know it's like sitting right there screaming at me. This is gonna be it. Of course, none of these work out to be that one because I just made up the numbers. Hold on, let me fix it. Let's just make that 8. And then we're golden. Then it will work. All right, if the second sign of the trinomial is positive, we're going to add the factors. Nope. If the second one is negative, we subtract. So we go through our list and we want to subtract to get 8. Which set? 2 and 10. There we go. So for funsies, and go back over here. Oh, look how they all have 20 at the back. I wonder if I planned that. 20, 1, 20, 2, 10, 3, X, 4 and 5. No, they are not. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they are all 10 and 2. Wow, did I ever plan this, eh? Let's see. We need to get a sum of 12. That looks like it's 10 and 2. What goes first? 10, 2. What goes here? Oh, yeah, 10 and 2. And 10 and 2 and 10. Maybe that wasn't the best to make them all exactly the same.
Oh, now I'm gonna forget.
Nope.
Everything's 10 and 2.
Yeah. So. Well, that's okay. When this is a plus, I have to add to get 12. So the set is 10 and 2. This one, I also have to add to get 12. It's 10 and 2. So this back sign is telling you what you're doing. So in my brain, I circle it. Whereas down here, I have to subtract to get 8. Pardon? Yeah, and it's 10 and 2 again. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Is this making more sense? Hopefully. I want to see brilliant things on Thursday. No more fluffling around. This is brilliant. And I think that covers off everything else. Put the big ones in front. And if there was a common factor right in front of the brackets, all right, fine. Now, hold on. Now the weird stuff. Oops, can't see me anymore. Who's clever? Angel? Can you tell me what kind of question this is? Or what to do? I'll settle for either one. Nope. Because there isn't a greatest common factor because there's no number out front. Yes, hold on. We'll do that one after, which would have a common factor. All right, yes. All right, come on, who's clever? Someone must remember the name, Stacy. Yeah. It's a special kind of, yeah.
Are you what kind of question is this? Oh,
It's a math question.
all the way, what is it called? Factory completely, is that what question?
Okay, I was hoping all of you would be excited and go, woohoo, Joanne, that's a difference of squares. different squares. So yes, Kyle, you're right. We take the square root and the square root. And remember, we established the whole square root thing is just take half of that. What's the square root of 16, Kyla?
4.
Yeah. What do we do with our signs, Angel?
Move down,
Sure.
and then up.
Yeah, they have to be different. So that's one for me, it's worth memorizing because it's just fast.
You should write on it.
Yeah, that's what
I will add to that difference of squares. And I'm putting that underneath because if you have a brain fart and you forget how to do difference of squares, you could put a 0 in there and then you follow the rules for factoring. The chances of you remembering to do that are you're probably more likely to remember the 2 brackets. And now Angel had a question. And so I made up a question just for you. What's the greatest common factor, Angel, on this one over here? Yep. So if you've got a number, try dividing by the smallest number. It's often the greatest common factor. So we'll take a 4 out first. So then we're going to have 4x squared minus 4. And then you can do your magic. Anytime you've got 2 terms and a negative in there, check to see if it's a difference of squares. I mean, I could, have x cubed minus 81x or something. I don't have enough room to do that, but you could take an x out as a common factor. And then you'd be able to do it. So just beware, if it's a negative, you might be able to make it work, even if it's not a perfect square. We did forget something and I realize I'm running out of room. What happens when I add that on the end?
We have to make at least one of the terms equal to 0.
Yes. So this went from a factoring question to a solving question. And then all you do is go x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. If you have like just a plain 4 out there, just ignore it. Because if you write 4 is equal to 0, it looks weird. And then we solve our little mini equations. Nina, what am I going to do on this first one? Yep. Two minus 2 minus 2. X is equal to minus 2. Hey, Stacy, what else could we do with this question? Looks pretty cool. Somebody help her. There's a fun thing we can do at the end. I still remember the one sweet grade 12 that looked at me. She's like, real fun or BS fun? I'm like, yeah, BS fun. And she did not say BS. Okay, we can do a check. You should know how to do a check a question. Mr. Palahicki.
Yeah.
How do I start out a check?
You rewrite the question.
Nice. From where? This line?
No, degree research class.
Very good. Mr. Wood, what do I do now? Oh, here.
You add the 2 for an accent.
Nice. I'm going to substitute. So 4 times 2 squared minus 16 is equal to 0. Ms. Gordon. Now what? Nice. I'm going to square that off. 4, 2 squared is 4 minus 16 is equal to 0. Ms. Moran. Moran? Okay, you in the front. What's the step? Well, now you do. What's 4 times 4?
16,
Okay. What's 16 minus 16?
0.
And I don't have enough room, but I need to see 0 equals 0. So don't say you don't know how to check. Now you do. Don't you leave that blank. I think it was your assignment. None of this. No, no, I'm not buying it anymore. That's just wackadoodle. You can do this. If you have time, okay, on your test, there'll probably be a couple of questions where I say check. That's for marks. If you have time, you can check more. If you don't have a lot of time, 95% of the time, if one of the checks works, so if 2 works, the odds are pretty good the other answer is going to work, because usually it's that you've picked the right set of numbers. Okay. Now, look at me go. Look at me squish another question in here. 10 y squared. Whoops, no, it's going to be 100 plus there. Now, let's get lazy. Whose turn? Nina. What is the smallest number in that equation? Does that divide evenly into 100? Okay, then I am not treeing it out because I don't have any more room. I always check the smallest one. Sometimes it works. If not, then I have to tree it out. Shelby? What about the variables? Do I have a common factor variable?
We have 1 more.
Excellent. Hey, the heck, Stacy, why am I not just drawing my 2 brackets and doing beautiful things? Because that's like a nice 100 has a square root, 25 has a square root. No, no, it was over here and we did it. It's the pesky little, somebody? No, well, yeah, okay, never mind. Yes. Right there. Okay, so it can't be a difference of squares if it's not a subtract. Also, when we take this y in here, screws it up. So, but yeah, I guess the big thing would be the positive in the front. So that gives me, whoops, 25y. Palahicki.
Yeah.
Do the division, please, sir.
25.
100 divided by 25. Dude, are you seriously using a quart?
That's all right.
Or what about the y's?
Plus or minus
No. Divide my y squared divided by y.
1y
All right.
or y.
Plus, Kyle,
plus 1.
Mhm. Equals 0. Oh, no, we need to finish first, then we can check. So 25y is equal to 0. 4y plus 1. I am not going to have room to check. You guys finish that. Kyle, how do I solve that first one? Mhm. Very good. So what is 0 divided by 25, Kyla? Good job. So often I psych people out. Angel, what's my first step on this one? It looks like it's going to be more than one step. Okay. Nina. Nice. Oopsies. You mean equals 0? You missed your divide by 1. And then what did you say to finish? So y is negative 0.25 or a quarter. And that makes me really uncomfortable. I will fix your little wagon. I don't have room to write it either. So here's my check. It's going over there. And I'm only going to check this negative quarter because that seems weird. Okay, this is getting ugly. Square that. All right, so negative a quarter or negative 0.25 times negative 0.25. I think I need a calculator. 125, no. And it's a calculator that needs light. Come on over here. 0.25 squared. There it is. Ooh, look at that. Okay, forget it. 100. Well, it's no good if you guys can't see it. Is 0. Oh, there is one more trick I have to show you today. Okay, so 100 times negative 0.25 squared minus, and I changed the question. It's supposed to be a negative, it's supposed to be a negative. Okay, so 100 times 0.0625. Did I change my equation? I did. What's wrong with my equation? Because it's not working and I'm panicking. Yeah, it's supposed to be addition here and addition there, which means then 25.
Write that down.
That's up to you. Can you still squish it on your sheet?
So I ran out a lot of space at 100. So I've been sitting here looking at it.
So 25. I think you're all laughing at me because it's not working now all of a sudden and it's making me sad. 0.25. times 0.25 times 100. 165, 25 times 0.25. All right, who can figure out what I did wrong? I'm off by a factor of 100. You're giggling over there. Fix it. This one? See, it just, oh, wait. Aren't I the clever one? Let's put it on this side. Then we can see it. No, it's, how hard is this, Joanne? Well, I know zero's gonna work, right? Because I put a 0 there and a 0 there, it's all 0. Oh. 100 divided by 25 is 4. Y. 25 divided 1. That's that. Minus 1, minus 1. I can't believe I'm doing this. 1 divided by 4. Nope, that is 0.25.
What did you get for 0.25 times 0.25?
0.0625. Times 100. I've done that like 5 times. I get that. Now 25 times 0.25. See, there's a factor of 10 missing. On this part? This one? Well, I'd really like that to be the answer, but it won't work for me. 0.25 times 0.25.
Mine is 0.0.
Oh, now it did it. The heck? Okay, I'm multiplying by 100. Stop using a calculator. It's going to move it 2 decimal places. 6.25. Thank you, Nina. Now, this one would end up being a negative now. Oh, and this is all recorded on tape. How wonderful. Is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. Oh, yeah, okay, here. The point is, I was about 30 seconds from yelling, Kevin, come help me do math. Okay, so it's up to you guys to figure out what you need to do. But literally, if I was doing this, I would be doing this stuff. Right? Putting this stuff in here. By the way, because there's room on this side, one last thing, and we're done with this. How would you check your answer? Let's say you got on my sheet. Okay. I'll even be nice and move it up so we can see everybody's head. So you got an answer of x plus 4 and x minus 8. How would you check this? Okay, so you started with x squared minus 4x minus 32. You started here, you factored it to this. You're very pleased with yourself. How would you check it?
Like foiling it?
Yes. So you would FOIL. So when you're checking just plain factoring, you FOIL or distribute. When you're checking, when you've solved an equation, you substitute in and see if it works. All right, that's enough of this. Enough of this craziness.
Yeah.
Yes?
Can I have your Chinese sheet to look at? Your Chinese fiddly sheets.
Oh, I'm gonna see.
Right, nice. Like this.
This is a photocopy.
Oh, that'd be So I do have a question. Would you guys like a copy of the scribbly sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not allowed to take it to the exam. You gotta do your own work, but yeah. 'cause I don't have-
What if I sit right on top of it?
Put it your own.
Okay, you need to say, I promise you, and I won't do that. I'm not photocopying it. It's gonna affect everyone.
Okay, I promise that's-
All right.
Give 'em one.
Don't give them one.
You better call Sean and Dusty.
Oh, you know what? We're still recording. So we need to stop.